on Brick Lane at the moment, and I just wanted to show you some of the artwork in video just so that you can get a feel of the atmosphere, like the noises around, even though I've come to quite a quiet part now. But there's some amazing street art around here, and it seems to be accepted by the community because nobody's wiping it off. However, if you was to go to a place like Brixton or Streatham and do artwork like this, you'd get arrested and it would be wiped off straight away. So it seems like something about this type of community, they really appreciate artwork. Coincidentally, I just spoke to 2 street artists that were doing some work on one of the side roads. One was from the local area and one was from California. I spoke to them about what they felt about how they felt about street art, and they said that they feel that the local one felt that it was a type of, the local one felt that there was 2 different types of street art. The first type of street art is vandalism, and she named it as tagging, something like this, or things, mostly typography. You see tagging in London. And then she said that there's another type which is actual art. So I asked her where's the borderline between tagging and art? Where's the borderline between proper art and nuisance art, which is what she described it as? And she said that she didn't know, and that really baffled her. That could be a really good starting point for my project, because where's the borderline between nuisance art that should be rubbed off walls and real art? The American artist had a more positive view on the whole street art concept. She felt that it was a really good thing, and she said everyone should do it. And she said that it used to be, in history it's been given quite a bad name, especially with its links to hip hop. However, she also said that nowadays it's beginning to be more accepted in society as a form of art, which is true. They both gave me links to their website, which I'm going to go and research later when I get home. And it was really nice talking to them, and they're really friendly people. They weren't looking to offend anyone with their artwork. In fact, even the American one said that she wouldn't ever spray on someone's house because it's disrespectful. And they were just both really friendly people. Also, the American one also said that the American one also said that spray painted art, so art done with spray paint, which is the most common street art, I'd say. She said that it takes a lot of skill and practice, which is right, because she said that spray paint is one of the hardest mediums to paint with. So I agreed with her on that, because when I've used spray paint in the past, I've struggled, and that was just with stenciling. But street artists sometimes use stencils, but sometimes they also use just freehand spray painting, which takes a lot of skill. I would argue that it takes even more skill than some of the artists that we see in some galleries. In fact, I went to the Tate Modern the other day, and I saw an artist who had literally just put a slit through a canvas, and another artist who had painted the canvas black. That could have taken, about a minute at the most. But these spray paints must have taken ages. And they take such skill and precision to come and look so fantastic. And these artists have to fight elements. They have to come out at the right time of the day, and especially in Britain with British weather, they have to know the weather so that they know it's not going to rain. Where an artist who displays in a gallery would usually be in their studio, safe and wrapped up in their studio with nothing to worry about. I think street art is a very big skill to have, to paint onto a street, onto somewhere that society thinks that you shouldn't be painting. But personally, I think it brings life to these places. Look at this wall, this blank wall. There's nothing on it. It just looks dead. Then look at this wall. It's alive, and it's full of colour and life, and it's beautiful. This wall's the same. Vibrant, and it brings a bit of change to the normal type of walls that we see. Instead of a brick wall, we have a nice coloured wall, and people can stop and stare at it. People aren't going to stop and stare and look at a brick wall. People are going to want to look at this. And they complain that London's a dull city, yet they want to rub all this away. It's contradictory and hypocritical, but I think it takes a lot of skill, and I personally quite appreciate it. I'm going to carry on taking some pictures now. And I'll be looking at those two artists' websites later. It seems to be quite a central thing to Brick Lane, that people will come and take pictures of street art. You won't see this anywhere else in London that I know of. You don't see people coming and taking pictures of the graffiti in various parts of where I come from, such as Brixton and Streatham. You never see people taking pictures of it. If anything, you see them scorning it and trying to take it down. But it seems like Brick Lane is the only acceptable place for street art to be. Personally, I think that's wrong. I think it could be everywhere. It can't just be one place that street art belongs to. I mean, I know that Brick Lane is famous for it, but everyone else should be allowed to have this type of stuff where they are from as well. And I think that some street art from where I'm from, even the tagging, is really good. I mean, I've always wondered how they write like that, because they write in such a beautiful way, and that is a form of typography, and yet nobody appreciates that. But if they was to do it on a piece of paper, then maybe they might appreciate it. Whoops, gonna get run over now.